This is a public service announcement. If anybody has a copy of the adventure games, please let us play it. Please let us know where we can get it. I desperately want to play it. Thank you.
We're out of fucking bread.
You're too far away from the mic.
We're out of bread.
Well, you can't make a sandwich then.
Whoa.
You just got the ham on its own.
Whoa. Never mind.
You found the bread.
Found the bread.
You found the bread. Should we actually begin this while you make a sandwich?
Wait, what are we actually talking about?
Beautiful transition. Today we're going to be talking about Doctor Who video games throughout time, basically. So I've done a bit of research on some of the older ones, but I think that it won't be till maybe Matt Smith's era that things actually begin to make sense to you. So we'll probably skip through a lot of the 80s stuff. In fact, I probably won't even mention it.
There's an 80s one where you go around, honestly, the seventh Doctor's TARDIS. It's first person.
That's Destiny of the Doctor, I believe. That came out in '97. But obviously we'll get to it later. It's not the seventh Doctor's TARDIS. It's kind of all of the Doctors' TARDIS. Like you hop between each Doctor. But I don't think you actually change the TARDIS much. Yeah, it's called Destiny of the Doctors, not Destiny of the Doctor. Yeah, and you've got like Silurians and Cybermen, among other things, in a TARDIS. But that's all still to come. Will, before we actually get on, I would like to point out that this is going to be Will's last podcast for a while.
What? What very news to me? What the fuck?
No, because you're going to uni, I can't rely on you to do podcast episodes every
Man, I need to have less free time.
Exactly.
I have to be more regular.
You've got less free time.
More free time.
More. I don't think you understand how uni works.
No, but I can easily look. I'm getting. Have I told you what I'm getting for my room?
What are you getting for your room?
Life-size cardboard cutout of David Tennant.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Why? Why? Where from?
Amazon.
Right. Okay.
Only 30 quid.
I like how you're going to get a student loan and get it, and then you're going to spend what, like, 30 quid on a David Tennant cutout. Yeah. So that's a good move. But I think don't you?
Like when these people move into my my house with my flat. We have a room share, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
Halls. That's what
flat share.
And the first thing I'm going to see of me is I'm going to come down with a suitcase, right? And they go, hi, I'm Will, how are you? And then they're going to see me carrying half of David Tennant up the stairs.
Right. I was thinking of that scene from The Inbetweeners when he's walking around with a briefcase and he gets called a
They're going to call me David Tennant Wanker.
Yeah. Might as well. You know. But I mean, it's not going to matter because you're still gonna be doing this. But I thought I'd give you at least to the end of the year off. So I wasn't going to do any quizzes or anything until New Year.
What the fuck? I want the quiz.
I thought we'd do it in the New Year instead of admit.
When we have a Christmas episode again, I like doing that.
I wouldn't know what to do for a Christmas episode because I wanted to do a Christmas episode, but I didn't know what to do for one. So I thought.
Series. Well, we've got the new series. The new game is apparently coming out. So when the fuck is that out? 30th September.
21st of September. And Will, the date that this comes out is for the game. It's the 5th.
Oh shit!
This is because next month is obviously video game. So I thought I'd do a video game episode.
Do you reckon it actually will get released, or do you reckon it'll get pushed back?
I don't know, but it would suck if it got pushed back.
I think it'll get pushed back.
Probably. Yes, but obviously we have a new game coming out fairly soon.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be September, but will we actually get it? I don't know. I
There's
feel
been
like
no
they should.
hype about it whatsoever. There's been like 2 trailers.
I don't feel like I know anything about this game.
All I know is that it's a continuation or an expansion of Edge of Time, the VR one. So you've got a few VR missions, and then you've got and you got the new Cyberman section. And I don't know how David Tennant comes into it. I think
But
he's
yeah,
just a name cast.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's all very confusing, to be honest. But I don't know what this game's about. But I'm kind of looking forward to it. I need to pre-order it, to be honest, because I haven't bought it yet.
Yeah, I'm a good Doctor Who game.
It's gonna be fun you playing it because I'm presuming you're not taking an Xbox or a PS4 with you. So how are you gonna play it?
I'll play it. I'll be like, Mum, please don't take the Xbox. The
Can I
Doctor Who
take the
game is coming out the week I
Don't you
leave.
share your
Oh my god,
Xbox?
actually it's the week because I leave on the 19th, so it might actually be the week I leave. Oh my god.
You leave on the 19th. It comes out on the 21st.
Yeah.
It's a couple of days after. Yeah. So, because of the what's the bloody game called? I want to say the Edge of Reality.
Edge of Reality.
Yeah. Once the Edge of Reality is supposedly coming out this month, I thought it would be a good idea to talk about some Doctor Who games. Obviously, I have to mention some ones from the past, but we will be talking about our own experiences with Doctor Who games as we go through. But, Will, the first Doctor Who game, do you have any idea what it was?
Yeah, it was a text game, wasn't it?
Well, there was a text game. Yes,
but you're not counting.
But I'm not really, because it's not really a video game, is it? It's just it's like a text.
It was a video game, but fair enough.
Yeah, didn't count. I didn't think it was really interesting.
The Fourth Doctor, was there a little Fourth Doctor one?
No, but you're getting around this right time.
Right.
So I might as well tell you. It was called The First Adventure.
Mm-hmm.
And it came out in 1983.
Was this the one that wasn't meant to be a Doctor Who game, but it just slapped the license on it, trying to sell more?
No, I think it was a Doctor Who game. Had an image of Pete Davidson on the front. But the issue was, which is something I loved when I read this. I'll just read this line. I got this from Wikipedia, from the actual page. It reads, "It featured the Fifth Doctor despite only being 1 pixel." So 1 pixel, that's the Doctor. And my question would be, how would you get all the detail of the Fifth Doctor into 1 pixel?
Brilliant.
So it's like, okay, so this game was really, it was pixel, but only 1 pixel for a Doctor.
Yeah.
So, if there was an army, it would just be like multiple pixels. But when I looked into it a bit more, I couldn't find any footage on it for some reason. But I did find a few screenshots, and they were just dots. I love the idea that, like, there's one that just labelled the Fifth Doctor. That just makes me laugh. But then you have like it's kind of a Pac-Man game, a Space Invaders kind of game as well. What I found, there are like 3 levels, right, and it takes about 60 minutes to finish this game. So there's Labyrinth of Death, which is the first level, which is apparently based on Pac-Man. Then you have level 2 called the Prison, which is a Frogger type game.
Right.
And then you have the final one, which is the Pterodactyls, I think. Which
Pterodactyls.
it's like a shooting game, apparently. I believe that the image that is stated on Wikipedia is the pterodactyl, so it's kind of like Space Invaders, that final level,
right.
But with pterodactyls and with the Doctor presumably shooting pterodactyls.
When I think of old games, I'll probably watch like all the Doctor Who game videos on YouTube. When I think it's the 7th Doctor, and it's Sonic Screwdriver shoots like balls.
There is something like that in the adventure game. there's Matt Smith ones that came out in the 2010, 2011, that were a bit like
Brilliant,
that,
brilliant.
where you kind of collected up gems and then you could fire the gems, and that's how you like complete the puzzles.
Mm.
And I was watching it and I was like, okay, so you telling me that the sonic screwdriver is used as like a gun where he just shoots like things to open doors and stuff, because you needed to hit the moving target to get into a door. But that was in 2010. This game then evolved and became Destiny of the Doctors, which I think is where you're getting the whole idea of Seventh Doctor TARDIS from. Now, I mean, there were other games. There's a game called Dalek Attack, which was like a 2D, looked a bit like a PS2 game. I forgot. There's a game that I have, which I think is for the Sega, where you fight monsters, but it's all like sort of one line, so you run from left to right or whatever. It's a game like that, where you fight Daleks and things like that. But then the first 3D animated game was Destiny of the Doctors, with Cybermen and etc. Crotons as well. I don't know if you've seen Crotons before, but there's Crotons. Have you seen Crotons? I don't know if you've got that far yet. Yes. I think they're called Crotons.
Oh, I've deleted my BritBox. I was broke.
Fair enough. So once we get to that, you have like it doesn't work as lives, but it seems to work as a timer, which is something I don't think I've ever seen on a game before. Well, I might have done, but not that I can remember. And that game is where if something touches you, then you kind of lose time instead of taking lives. So you have to finish the level or even the game in a certain amount of time, and if you get too close to the bad guys, then they deduct time off your timer.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, which I thought was cool. So I look at that. But yeah, you do run around the TARDIS, and there is an awful lot of voice actors. You've got basically all of the Doctors. The heartbreaking thing that I found about this one, though, compared to the others, is that originally John Pertwee was going to be also in the game, but as himself, not as an impressionist. But he died not long before they filmed it.
Aww.
So that he didn't do it. But they had impressionists then for the first Doctor, the second Doctor, the third Doctor, and then the fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh were all played by themselves. And it also featured Anthony Ennerly playing the Master, which is presumed to be which was his last performance as the Master, because he filmed his in real life. You might have seen like footage of him dressed as the Master. But like not the Master at the same time. It was almost like a cross between what they used in the TV movie, but he's wearing it. But so that was also the last thing that he did. But then you have an awful lot of writers for this one as well, like Terrence Dicks, Gary Russell. Did you laugh at Dicks, Will? Andy Russell, Gary Russell, and Hannah Redler. And this came out in 1997, which would mean that the TV movie, which I'm pretty sure was 1996, but I'm unsure.
I
think it was 1996.
I'm finished eating now.
You finished eating? Okay.
Yeah.
So the TV movie, I think, came in 1996. So that means that they kind of ignored Paul McGann in this game.
Poor Paul McGann.
I know, poor guy. It's a shame, actually, because I think at this time, Paul McGann didn't have any real stuff. Like, he just had the TV movie at the time. And I think it was
It's fair to him, though. It did flop, so you can't really blame him, can you?
What, the movie or the game?
The movie.
Yeah, but there's something that I quite liked about the movie. I don't know what it was, but when I watched it, there's something I quite liked about it. It was probably just rubbish.
Probably just because it was a bit of Doctor Who down.
Mm.
And we haven't had any for ages.
Probably. I need to point out these two games that I thought I wouldn't mention because I was just taking over the highlights. But the Mines of Terror, which is another 2D game with, I want to say, the Fourth Doctor, which came out in, or maybe even the Sixth Doctor. It might have been the Sixth Doctor, in fact, in '86. Doctor Who and the Warlord, which came out in '85.
That's the one I was thinking of.
Yes, that might have been. It has like an image of the TARDIS on the front.
Yeah.
But I could not find much about that game, weirdly enough. Every time I looked, I just found images of Destiny of the Doctors. And obviously First Adventure and stuff like that we've covered. There's a few others, but not really something that I delved
We got off the shit we know now.
too much. Now we can go into... so... They didn't seem to do a lot of games during David Tennant's era as the Doctor.
Are you joking?
Well, not official games, but
okay.
you know what I mean, like actual releases. So obviously we had the internet games.
It was mainly like it was BBC website stuff.
Yes, it was the
Dalek. Oh my god! Would you cast Attack of the Drask as a game?
I can't remember Attack of the Drask.
Remember the Attack of the Drask, the red button game.
Don't you get
down,
charged
deeper and
for
down.
anything?
It was the eyes, wasn't it? The wiggly eyes. The eyes glow green.
Was it? What? I'm gonna search. I've never.
You also know Attack of the Drask.
I don't. I might recognize it once I've seen it, but
it was the little red button thing.
Am I thinking? What?
It was doing David Tennant stuff. It says down, down, deeper and down when you go searching in London Christmas for the address.
Oh, so it was a red button with it was like Bandersnatch.
Yeah, it was Doctor Who Bandersnatch. It was sick.
So it was the sort of decide your own destiny type format that.
Yeah, and you had little puzzles on how to fly the TARDIS. You had little stuff like, you had to watch like a family at Christmas to see which one was the Drask, and you had to watch. You seriously never played it?
I feel like I've seen it, but I don't recognize it.
Oh my God, Daniel Johnson!
I don't think I've seen it. But it's not really a game.
I swear it's a game because you got little stuff like for the TARDIS, you got to fly the TARDIS. You got to find like which keys fit which. So you get a selection of keys, like which key fits this key lock. That's really fucking easy. It's for kids, but I cast it as a game. Interactive media. That's a fucking game.
So they actually had David Tennant, and what presumably series
Real
2.
David Tennant, and then
David
some
Tennant?
really bad like animation. But when David Tennant's in your ear.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. I think I found the scene where he's looking at the family.
Yeah.
Trying to work out which one's the Grask.
Yeah. It's the mum.
Is it? What gave that away?
The eyes.
Yeah. But I don't know. I thought that. I don't remember this. I'm literally looking at it right now. I don't think I've ever seen this before.
Oh boy, you missed out.
So this was like a red button.
It was a red button thing you could also play on the website, and you basically were like,
there's something familiar about it. Do you think that I remember for sure there was one like this for the Sarah Jane Adventures?
Was there? I never played that one.
There was it was just like a trailer, but it was like you decide which one the enemy is, whether it's like this old granny or this like child or something. Which one's like that it might be a Grask as well. Or was it maybe it was that prison guy, what's he called?
Asses, but the lizards.
Yeah, the lizard. I forgot his name. But,
I-
I need to watch Sarah Jane Adventures again. I mean, the whole thing's all on
Where
BritBox.
can we watch it? Do we actually have to buy box sets to watch it?
It's on BritBox now.
It's on BritBox.
It literally just came into BritBox at the time of recording
You
yesterday.
have to get BritBox again.
You have to get it
for
again
fuck's
so that you
sake.
can watch Sarah Jane Adventures. Yeah. Right. Well, I found a creepy clown on one of the images for Attack of the Grask.
There's no clowns. There's a Slovene.
Yeah, yeah, but I could have sworn that there was one for Sarah Jane Adventures because there was some kind of like you decide who it is, and I don't know whether it was like a voting thing or whether it was actually like if you pressed red, you could
I can't
choose.
remember.
Because I distinctly remember there's like a trailer when they say, you know, which one is it? Is she the Slovene or is she the Slovene kind of thing? You know, and then you decide who it is. And then I think
because of Attack of the Drask.
I think you Sonic it, and then the woman's scooter goes flying.
Ooh.
Like going on a search again. That existed. And then you had there was the Sarah Jane thing, there was the Doctor Who interactive thing, there was other games with it. There were Top Trumps, which apparently
Comic book maker and trailer maker.
yes, and then we were going to come on to it. The comic book maker, the trailer maker. Did the trailer maker even work? Because I know that I
love the trailer
I knew
maker.
I liked the idea of it, but I never knew how it actually worked.
It was brilliant. Basically, oh my god, if you never properly played Trailer Maker, was the only thing I played. Basically, you got like little clips from David Tennant's run. I think it's mainly series 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Because and you just like to put them all together. You can put music over it. So my dad told me how it works, but it's fucking good.
I don't remember. Well, I don't. So it was like a basic. It was to get people into video editing, wasn't it? Really.
Pretty much, but it was brilliant.
So it was to get you to cut things together and stuff like that.
Yeah, you cut things together, and every time I finish it, I go, Dad, look at this. And she's like, yeah, it's really good, that. And it was just rubbish.
It was like
going, I'm the doctor, showy, I'm the doctor, showy, explosion.
Well, I mean, you have to start somewhere. And well, I mean, maybe, Will, because obviously you're going to do editing at uni. Maybe it was all helped.
It was fate.
Yeah, maybe it all helped.
Because I was obsessed with the trailer maker. Yeah. I'm going to go do editing in university.
Good. I'm enjoying this kind of poetic.
Wow. David Tennant told me where to go in my life.
That we've added. Yeah. So there was the trailer maker. There was the comic book maker.
Brilliant.
I can't remember that.
You can't remember the comic book maker?
Well, I never used it. I didn't have a very big attention span or a lot of time on the computer. So, because we used to have a big box computer, and
it was like, you
get like half an hour each.
You'll probably get this later on, but you had the 12th Doctor comic book maker.
Yeah.
It was like that, but for 10th. It's on computer, not on app.
I think there was a recent one, actually, a comic book maker. Unless they
because
there was a Time Lord Victorious thing to it, so maybe that was just like an update. But yeah, the thing that I'd like to talk about though, because I remember this quite well, was the like Dalek Escape thing based off the Series 1 game, Series 1 episode Dalek, where the Dalek escapes.
The stupidly loud exterminate.
Yes, the taken from the episode, but not mixed properly.
Yes, the deafening exterminate.
Yes, because you'd walk, wouldn't you? And then it'd yell exterminate about 3 times louder than everything else. And then, so there was that bloke with the hazmat suit on. In the episode, that is.
What?
There's a bloke that's like he's got some tool or something, and he's like in the Dalek like that, and he's like trying to get the Dalek to scream, and he's all mean and stuff. So the Dalek sucks in. So because there was loads of like him or like that kind of costume that you'd shoot.
Right.
Um,
I can't remember that.
you
But...
they were
Oh
like
no,
the
I
bad
do.
guys.
I
and
do
then-
remember it. You shot the yellow dudes.
Yeah, the yellow guys that look like those things from Monsters Inc. Yeah, it was
Yes.
it was based off that costume, I think. And then you had, I think there were soldiers as well at one point.
Yes.
That was a good game. I'm surprised they got away with it though, because you'd think that if you saw your kid playing as a Dalek, exterminating everything in its path.
Nah, because at the back then, Doctor was like a team household name, and it was the Daleks. So they're like, "Oh, go on then, go kill them all."
No, because I don't remember there being that much of a plot. I just remember it as like
No, I just think you
exterminate.
exterminated people. You went through levels just trying to get through them. That's part of it.
Yeah, so I remember that, and obviously the controls were a bit sloppy.
Oh, they were so janky.
Yeah, because it would be like you kind of move forward.
It was at a diagonal angle, but you had to move upwards and downwards. Like, well, I'm trying to move upwards, but I'm going
Because
sideways.
you couldn't move diagonally because of how
No.
the game worked. So you had to move, left and right.
Yeah.
So that was always fun to do.
Call me in bed, guys.
Getting into bed.
Yeah, my bed's broken. So
Yeah.
I'm on my sofa bed.
All right. So I think that they were really the only games that we had during David Tennant's era.
Top Trumps.
Yeah. I mean, well, they're simple.
Martha.
Yeah.
Rubbish.
Did anyone actually play Trumps? And it's not like. Obviously, we can talk about this in a minute. But do you remember like Monster Invasion and like those cards, like Alien Attacks and stuff?
Oh, the one that me and you traded.
Yeah, I still have it. I still have that. I
Wish
remember
had mine.
because obviously the Cybermen are my favourite.
Mm.
I remember trading you desperately for a Cyberman. I don't know how. I don't know what I gave you, but I think I must have given you at least 4 cards.
I'm pretty sure you gave me something good for a Cyberman.
Yeah, just because I wanted the Cyberman. So I had. So I remember it was just in the queue, I think, for lunch, because you remember how our primary school used to work. So there were 2 gyms. So the first gym was like year 1 to like 4. No, year 1 and 2 in reception or something like that.
Year 1 and 2 reception.
Yeah,
and
then the other room was. This is like completely unbalanced because they were like the same size. Was that this room was like 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's like 400 kids trying to get into this lunchroom.
Yeah.
So much so that I remember like just about all the time they opened up like overflow because they had too many kids.
Yeah, you had year 6 room, didn't you? With the little like cupboards at the end.
So
and they didn't let us do that. They shut it in our year.
They kept all the chairs in there, and then they would literally call it an overflow room. So they put year 6s in there because they didn't need as much supervision. So they had all the the lunch queue used to be mad rush to get in. Then you'd find your lunchbox, and you sit down and eat it, and then you go out and play. But then your lunchtime would be ruined if you had to play, come back in, eat your lunch, and get out, because then you've ruined the whole cycle of play. And by the time you come back out, this is a huge part of my mental state when I was a kid.
It's okay.
Getting in and then getting out, and you just kind of wait there, and then they'll try and send you to play. It's like, I don't want to play because I know full well that there's no one outside currently because they're all in there.
What are we talking about?
Something bloody Zoom, and it's flipping 40-minute thing, which I've never had before happen to me, but this time it just thought, yeah, we're gonna cook up.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, so obviously top Trumps and sort of David Tennant's era. I believe we've done all of that now.
Are we on to the big boy?
We're on to the big boys.
The video game era.
Right, this is... So, I'm not going to, do this in order, because I don't know what order they were in. But the first game that I found was Doctor Who Return to Earth.
That was the DS game. It was shit.
It was a Wii game.
Oh shit, that's a Cyberman game. I had it. It was shit.
Yes, I had it too. Looked like this.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
I wanted to play that so badly, and then
I-
it was shit.
I played it not long ago.
Did you finish it? I couldn't get
No.
past the second level.
I couldn't either. That's bizarre. Like, I couldn't find it either. I couldn't do what it wanted me to do. It was really
Something about platforming of the deadly killer robots. I thought, I can't be asked with the shit. I didn't even meet a Cyberman.
I didn't. Yeah, me neither. I came nowhere near it. I think I saw one Dalek.
Yeah, I saw a Dalek.
Yeah, that was it. But
Yeah. Or I wonder if I played it now, if I could finish it.
so there was 2 games, by the way. The game
Dan,
that
do
you
you
were
reckon if
thinking,
you played it now, you'd be able to finish it?
probably. Surely.
I'm gonna
I
see
mean,
if-
I've
I'm
completed
gonna go
harder
see if my
games.
nan loves the game and go buy a Wii and go.
I have a Wii and I do have the
My
game, so I
return to
might try.
streaming. My return to streaming is going to be playing that game.
To be honest, while like researching this video, I did think, hey, wouldn't it be cool if I actually started like streaming the old games? Like,
Do it. Do
um,
it.
but I don't know if anyone would actually want to watch me do that.
I'd
um,
watch it. Can I be a mod?
I wouldn't even know how to stream on a Wii. Um,
You'd have to get an emulator.
Probably. But yeah, I could do it. It's very easy to do on a PS4. I
Yeah,
literally
but-
did it one day on a
Oh, yeah, I
PS4.
joined it.
Yeah, so something like that would be very simple to do. So I might buy the new game on PS4 so I can stream it.
Fair enough.
But
But you literally have a screen capture. Can't you just stream that instead of going through the PS4? Can't you just do the whole game capture thing?
it goes to a hard drive, not to the actual internet.
Right. Okay, fair enough. It's not. All right.
Yes, but the DS game that you were thinking of was called Evacuation Earth. But I'm talking
Evacuation
about Return to Earth.
Earth. It was
Not to be-
shit.
Not to be confused with Return to Earth.
Yes. With Evacuation Earth and Return to Earth, both shit. One
What
of them
the hell?
was,
That's
what?
so bizarre. So,
What?
okay, I can't find a UK date, but EU is also sort of UK, so I imagine they're about the same.
Yeah.
Evacuation Earth released 12th of November,
Right.
2010.
Yes.
Return to Earth
Yes.
released 19th of November, 2010.
So yeah, they were together. It's because the Wii and the DS were very big consoles.
So were they the same game?
No.
So
They're
they
different
released
games.
2 different games 1 week apart.
They released
That's-
the Wii game, which was obviously the Cyberman one, which we couldn't meet. You meet one Dalek, and they released Evacuation Earth, which was a puzzle game,
Mm.
which apparently the Daleks were involved somehow. But all I remember doing was getting my little putting like a broken vase together on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
The graphics for the game, though, they look pretty bad for 2010, to be honest.
What, Return to Earth?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
for
The
2010, like,
Doctor's face was triangle.
think about how many games. I mean, GTA only came out 3 years later.
Yeah, but to be fair to them, that was the Wii, and I don't really think the Wii has very good graphics.
No, that is correct. But you'd think
So,
maybe there'd
yeah.
be. It just felt very bland, I think, the whole look of it. But I don't know why, but for some reason they
wanna
seem
play
to
it again
struggle
now.
making Doctor Who games. I'm
I'll
not
play
quite
it
sure.
again.
Perhaps, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I've just the character designs are a bit naff. I mean, they look like them, and I'm pretty sure that actual David Tennant and actual Karen
Yeah.
Gillan voiced it.
Matt
But-
Smith and Karen Gillan did actually voice you.
But it very, very weird looking game.
I
But
would play it. I want to play it again now, though, see if it was actually that shit or if I was that shit.
then we move on to our next game, which
Is it the big one? Is it the big boy?
not quite, because there was I had this game. I don't know about you. The Mazes of Time.
No.
I believe it was
What was
for
that released
Android.
on? No.
Did have better graphics than the actual DS game compared to it that it came out around the same time. But it was in sort of the perspective quite far back, like third person, but like far. And you'd basically hide from Daleks and stuff, and your job was to like navigate the level with little puzzles and
Is
things.
that the one where if the Doctor dies, he regenerates, and if Amy dies, she also regenerates?
I don't know about Amy, but the Doctor did used to regenerate. Yeah, if he got hurt.
Yes. Okay. I think I might have played it.
There used to be like I don't know why, but spikes seemed to ring a bell, and so the spikes would come up, and when they did, he would like regenerate, but obviously he wouldn't
Yeah,
change
he
his face,
regenerated when he died. Yeah.
and that would be considered game over. Yes, but apparently, even though I personally, yeah, there's some spikes. I personally only remember Cybermen.
I remember
Apparently,
pushing something.
Yes,
Pushing like a block.
yes, the puzzle solving.
Yes,
Apparently, there were also
course.
Daleks, and there were Daleks and Weeping Angels. So, but I don't remember them. But I'm pretty sure I finished that game, so that's odd. But yeah, that was a mobile game. I don't know whether it still exists because I thought I tried to download it recently and I couldn't get it to download. So they might have stopped the use of it.
It'd be
But-
on online somewhere. Some website would have made a copy.
Probably, yeah. The next game, I believe, is as you keep calling it, the Big Boys, which is the adventure
The
games.
big boys.
So the gunpowder plot being one.
That was that. Whoa! Let's go in chronological order here, Daniel.
Oh, go on then.
The Gunpowder Plot came out a year after the others. Thank you very much. And so did the Vashta Narada one.
I can't seem to find what their names are at the individual
The
episodes.
Dalek one. I think that was the first one that came out.
Um,
Then you had
I-
the Explore the TARDIS one, and then you had the Cyberman one in the snow.
I remember the one with the TARDIS, and because I'm impatient,
Oh, the only one I normally played.
I actually didn't complete that, but I did watch some of this actually for
I've
this
never
video.
completed a single adventure game. That's why I looked so hard to try and play them again when I got my laptop. I cannot find them anywhere.
They don't seem to be available on it anymore.
They don't.
But so they did series of this thing, by the way. There was series of this. It lasted about a
Really?
year. Yeah, they did a whole series.
Well, so all the episodes link.
Not really, but so we have City of the Daleks, which is the one that I've seen. Bit like Dalek Invasion of Earth. That was written by Phil Ford, who wrote a lot of Sarah Jane Adventures.
Right.
Blood of the Cybermen.
That was the snow one.
I think so, yeah. In the Antarctic.
Yeah.
TARDIS, which is something like about in the TARDIS, and
Yeah, that's when we explore the TARDIS.
releasing a thing called the
Is
Entity.
Ruby okay?
She's having a good bark at something.
She is.
She has. It's very loud, isn't it? I'm trying to ignore it.
It's all right.
Don't know what it is because I can't see anything.
Everyone's got a dog. It's fine.
But now Ruby stopped barking. I'll continue. Shadows of the Vashta Narada, and then we're going to series 2 with the Gunpowder Plot.
Yeah.
And that seems to be the last one they made.
I think it was.
Which seems bizarre that they went, we'll go to series 2, did one episode on Halloween, and then didn't do another.
Probably because, I don't know.
Well,
I thought Gunpowder Plot was the best one.
No, I did do some reading on this. That was an open question so that I could answer it. So they wanted to focus on a different console game called The Eternity Clock.
The Eternity Clock.
Yes, in 2017.
Is that the one with Rivar?
I don't know, to be honest. But they wanted to focus on
Yeah,
that. But yeah,
plays
so
River and the Doctor.
maybe. So what did you think of the adventure
But
games?
I
'Cause
don't get
think-
right. It came out. Sorry, the Eternity Clock. It came out in 2017, right? But it's got the 11th Doctor.
Yes. Very
Hmm.
bizarre.
Very strange.
Well, obviously the first one came out with Series 5. First series.
The Adventure Games, yeah.
Yeah, and then the Gunpowder Plot probably came out with Series 6. Because I remember it being sort of October time that the astronaut episodes aired. So when
Probably.
those two came out, so that one came out. But it was all shelved. I think that it was really ambitious, though.
It was bloody brilliant. It was best games done.
I think it was impressive because it was kind of before its time a bit. Because I think the whole sort of Walking Dead like interactive game, in the same way with Attack of the Grask, all of that is very popular now. That kind of game.
Understand.
Yeah, and then with this, it was ambitious to not just write 4 stories for series 1, but then to have them animated. Like, think about how long it takes to do a game.
Yeah, like that would fucking ages.
Because obviously there's different settings and all that, so that is quite impressive. But to be honest, I haven't finished. I don't think I've finished. I played the Gunpowder Plot, but I can't remember what
I don't
happens
think
at
I've
the end.
finished a single one, which is a massive shame. That's why I really want to find them, because I would finish them now.
Yeah, it is a shame because they were very strong. Well, I mean, I don't know
They were
whether they just sound better in my
Good
head
games.
because
The
the
thing is,
footage,
they were good.
the footage I found nasty. Was
I don't care.
was not brilliant. But what could be done? So
Find them now. If anyone in the comments knows where the hell we can play the adventure games, let us know, and Dan will probably stream it.
there was something about adventure games because it was a point when lots of people were able to play it. And I can't remember how. Some kind of copy or drive or something that had it in, which meant that
If anyone has a drive or a copy of the adventure games, Dan, put this at the start of the episode, please. So if anyone clicks on, just please. This is a public service announcement. If anybody has a copy of the adventure games, please let us play it. Please let us know where we can get it. I desperately want to play it. Thank you.
Great. So
Put that at the start. Put that at
yes.
the start. Yeah.
So the next thing was the Eternity Clock, right? So we talked about this briefly a minute ago, but it wasn't 2017; it's 2013. Wikipedia
That makes more sense.
did get it wrong there, but so the Eternity Clock was apparently going to be part of like a series of games, along the lines of the adventure games, though.
Wasn't the Eternity Clock? I remember seeing some gameplay of it. Wasn't it like a side-scroller PS3 game?
Yeah, so it was kind of like you haven't seen it, but there's a season called The Key to Time. So River and the Doctor are collecting pieces of the Eternity Clock, and they encounter Daleks, Silurians, the Silence, a whole bunch of stuff like that.
And Dan's died, so thank you guys for watching.
Corrupt. But Matt Smith actually did the mocap for this.
Did he?
Mm.
Go on, Smithy boy.
And I think it looks a lot better than the other games that you've seen, to be honest.
Yeah.
The 3D graphics were all right, as my understanding. It didn't look too bad. but obviously there's a degree of it looking a bit plasticky and a little bit crappy. But yeah, Daleks and so there's a Silurian and all types of stuff there. Just didn't take me to be. I'm quite surprised because it actually looked like a quite good game.
Yeah.
The gameplay wasn't exactly bad. I didn't look it. So I would be quite happy.
It's a side scroller though. Why in 2013 would anyone want to play a side scroller?
It didn't seem to be like a side scroller.
Really?
Maybe you've got confused with something else. But yeah, I'd be quite happy with that game, to be honest.
Let's watch Steel Deal. Come on, Steel Deal. Don't disappoint me.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know what a side scroller was. But now that I've looked at it, yes, it is actually a side scroller where you run from left to right, or right to left. And yeah, the thing that I noticed about the
surprise! I Am the Doctor seems to be playing all the way through.
Yes, amazing soundtrack. Before you arrived, I was watching gameplay for I think it was one of the adventure games, and I was watching it. I was thinking there is a game I'm pretty sure where you constantly are bombarded with the Doctor Who I Am the Doctor theme, and when it ends, it just repeats itself. So and it's very loud.
Clock. I think it's Eternity Clock. Because oh no, never mind. There's no I Am the Doctor there.
But yeah, it seemed to have kept going round when you're playing the game. But yeah, to me, I think that's probably one of the better games we've had so far, by the look of it. Yeah, so the weird thing that I noticed about that game, from looking at the gameplay of it, the Doctor has to Sonic his way onto everything.
Yes.
You noticed that?
I saw that. Yeah.
Well, that's so bizarre. Why? Why is he doing
He like
that?
Sonics something and then jumps a gap. Like,
very
what?
bizarre. Yeah, so it's like,
bizarre.
why are you doing that?
Plot device.
Yes, basically, it was so that there was a bit more identification in the gameplay than run.
Are you my mummy? If they were in a video game, what that? Nah. Thing is, Doctor Who could do a really good horror game.
I hope that the new one is going to be a bit of a horror game.
It's
you know what I mean? I just with a little bit of
it's gonna be a kids game.
But it's the Weeping Angels. I think it's the atmosphere. You can still make a kids game. It's frightening. I do have a few more games if you want me to list them off or not.
Go on then.
As we come towards the end, there was a phase of sort of Candy Crush games.
Oh God, yes.
So there's actually quite a few of them.
Doctor.
Yes, about that time. There's quite a few of them, but I think the main one was Doctor Who Legacy, and that for me hardly ever loaded. But yeah,
couldn't get to work.
It was your basic Candy Crush game where you'd connect up the coloured tokens so that you made lines, and then that helped you fight whatever creature you were fighting this time. And you also had
game I've got at the moment.
And you also had like characters and stuff like that to collect, so that you had like an army of people that you fought the thing with.
I got it on my phone. I recommend if you're going to play Lonely Assassin, get it on your phone. It is so much better. Sorry.
Yeah, so you'd kind of play Candy Crush, and your Candy Crush gameplay would then cause you to destroy the enemies in front of you. I mean, I thought the designs of the creatures and all of that were actually quite good, like very close. Well, they were probably just drawn from promotional images by the looks of it. But I think that they did quite well with that game, and they used to do it for episodes. So during Series 8, or maybe even Series 9, they used to release the episode in the game form, which I thought was pretty cool. I liked that idea because that meant that
is quite cool.
You could play the last week's episode over. So I enjoyed that aspect, but the whole gameplay of Candy Crush, it felt very repetitive, and when it got tricky, because the whole system was very tricky to navigate. Once it got tricky, all the fun of the game disappeared because it requires you to, I want to say grind, but that's not really the right word. It requires you to update your characters and to play it more often than you probably want to. I'm finishing, go on.
There was another game, wasn't there, with the
There?
12th Doctor? It was a CBBC game, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yes. I think I did a video on this many years ago.
Is it Gamer Maker or the Doctor Game Maker?
Something like that, yeah. So this
Make
was
your own game.
yeah, it was a
shit.
2D, partly 3D game where you'd have to save like a Dalek, I think it was.
Yeah, and then there was also one with the Doctor and Missy where it was like Game Maker.
Yeah, very similar.
Rubbish.
But it's I don't think it's even that difficult to do a Doctor Who game, but for some reason that made it a lot harder.
Yeah. But who knows? We're on an okay stretch with our time of Edge of Time, which the first chapter seemed all right, but then I guess it got a bit too easy.
Easy for you.
No, Edge of Time, that's the VR game.
Oh right, yeah. Sorry, yeah. I got confused between
Oh
that
no,
game.
we had another one. We had we had 2 VR games, haven't we?
There was a game called The Runaway.
The Runaway,
which was not really a game. It was a test.
It was an interactive experience.
Yes, it was to see whether the idea of it would work. So you're in the TARDIS with the 13th Doctor, and you're saving this little orb thing, basically. But then with a game like The Runaways, obviously there's not really much gameplay there. It is VR, like you sit and you look around. There's no.
Yeah.
I mean, when I saw it, because they did a kind of version of it on YouTube, I watched that and I thought, hey, that was quite well done. But then at the same time, it was like it wasn't really a game. It was an experience, not a game.
It was like a 12-minute long experience.
Yeah, I think it might be a bit shorter than that. Yeah, it's just occurred to me. What occurred to me a little while ago. There was a Sarah Jane game where you used to use the sonic screwdriver, her lipstick, I mean.
Sonic lipstick, Daniel.
Yes, to draw paths to things.
Really?
Yeah, and I don't know why, but part of me thinks that it was running into the TARDIS, which might have been a different game. But yeah, you used to draw paths and complete puzzles with that. And because I had a very short attention span, and because I had kind of a wish that doing that would then equal that I've completed the mission by using the Sonic and just done a pattern like that, as simple as that, without really thinking about it. It used to just fall and collapse, and it always used to be look that I'd win.
Done.
Like it used to be look like this time I've done it slightly longer, which meant that it hit the side right, so that people could get over it and stuff like that.
It's okay.
It was a tough time being 7.
Yeah.
And having to Sonic people places.
Yeah, it was something.
But then I think that might have been all of our games. I think we've talked about
Lonely Assassin. Have you played that yet?
I have not played the Lonely Assassin yet. No.
Get it on your phone.
Well, okay, go on. But you said that you didn't like the Lonely Assassin. We talked about this a while ago.
I didn't like it when I was playing it on my laptop. The second I got it on my phone, really good. Not really good, but
what
changed? A lot more. You're playing it how it's meant to be played.
So, because it's through text and stuff, you mean?
Yeah.
Right. I see.
I think it was made as like a Simularica, when you basically get their phone and you go through someone's phone. It's made like that, and I got through it a lot quicker on my phone.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm just having a look at it now.
I think it's only £4.99 or £3.99.
£3.50.
Fair enough then. That's a bargain. That is.
There's also a free version.
Yeah, don't get that. I think that's a trial where you do like the first like section or something.
Yeah, well, yeah. So it's currently £3.50 on Apple Store.
Honestly, I recommend it if you've got a spare 350. Lonely Assassin Doc 2 game. Oh, sorry, The Lonely Assassins.
The
should I
Lonely
say.
Assassins. Yeah, well, it's about Weeping Angels, isn't it? I think that Weeping Angels are the places where are a good place for. Video games are a good place for Weeping Angels, I think. And their general appearance in the show. You know, putting your phone up just doesn't make me want to buy it more. That's your phone screen, Will.
No, it's not, Dan.
That's a
I'm
phone
gonna
screen.
go message Osgood.
Gonna go message Osgood now.
You up, Wink.
Yeah.
Although
So
I did get so invested, the amount of times I pressed my actual home button wanting to go to the home page of the phone got a bit annoying.
really. So I'm surprised that your whole idea behind this game has changed, because obviously you didn't like it and then you did like it once it went to a phone.
Yeah.
So you are happy with that game now?
I'm happy with the game. Now it's on my phone, yes.
And have you pre-ordered the new game?
Can you?
The Edge of Time or Edge of Reality?
Edge of Reality, you can pre-order it.
Well, yeah. It's just like any other
Have
game.
you? Have you?
No. I haven't done it.
Are you sure you can then? Because I can't find it.
I thought you could. I thought it was on console and stuff. I thought you could pre-order it.
It's going to go on console, but I don't know how the hell you pre-order it.
I could have sworn it was available to pre-order now.
Let's go on the DoctorEdgeOfReality.com. 30th of September, Dan. 30th of September.
Oh, was it not the 21st? I thought it was.
Do you want me to read it out? Join 13th Doctor Jodie Whittaker and 10th Doctor David Tennant on a quest to save reality in a new console and PC game. Doctor Edge of Reality reimagines the Edge of Time for console and PC with brand new gameplay, new monsters, and new worlds to explore. Wield the sonic screwdriver on a quest to save the universe, guided by the 13th Doctor, voiced by Jodie Whittaker, who is this time joined by the 10th Doctor, voiced by David Tennant. Key features for console and PC: compatible with current and next generation consoles, as well as PC. Doctor Edge of Reality features new worlds to explore, new puzzles, new challenges, and new gameplay. We got an original Doctor Who story. Uncover a universe-spanning threat as you seek to save reality from a series of time-breaking glitches. Continue the story that began in the Edge of Time and partner of the Doctor to unearth a greater mystery. New enemies and AI. Come face to face with classic Doctor Who monsters, including the Daleks and Weeping Angels. Experience the metal-clad terror of the Cybermen and more foes yet to be revealed. But yeah, you got the Cyberman.
I can't seem to find a pre-order for it. I thought it existed, but I must have got confused with the Edge of Time, not the Edge of Reality.
Platforms will be PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, and Steam.
Also, what idiot decided to name all of the games similarly? Similar. Give the games all similar names.
Or Edge of Reality and Edge of Time.
Edge of Time, the Edge of Reality, like.
Well, it's because they're linked. It's a continuation. It's a reimagination and continuation.
The reimagination. Oh, sorry. Right. Okay.
Do you want me to read it again, Dan?
No, I listened, but I just thought like.
Continue the story that began in the Edge of Time. You are?
I don't know. I don't play the Edge of Time because of how inaccessible
it
is.
I watched a guy on YouTube play it. I don't know who it was. Some old 40-year-old man, but you know. All the Doctor Who fans seem to be knowing it.
So when it comes to like, so are you actually excited for this? Because I always feel like I'm so lost in the world of the video games of Doctor Who at the minute.
I'm excited, but not as excited as I'd like to be.
Because I personally don't think I'm that excited. Because I just don't know what it's going to look like. And we've had
I want some pre-order bonuses.
Yeah. See, that's why I chose not to pre-order it yet. Was because
Give
I
me
thought,
a fucking bonus. I want a sonic screwdriver. Give me an open beta. Give me something.
yeah, I thought there'd be something kind of package. Even
Like,
if
surely Mage Theory knows there are some Doctor Who virgins out there who will pay 100 quid for a fucking TARDIS. You know what I mean?
even if it was as simple as like, not even, I mean, you wouldn't even have to do a controller because sometimes they don't even do that. Like boxes that have like the mapping and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Literally.
Like very simple items would suffice, I think, for a bonus on pre-order. You'd probably charge about like 60 quid, maybe 20 quid more for, because obviously games are about 40 something now.
Yeah.
So with that, then you kind of buy the extra 20 quid.
Do you really think this
bonus
game will be
stuff.
40 quid, 40, 60 quid? 'Cause
Yeah.
It's not a AAA game, is it?
But I think that they will try
I
to
reckon
justify it.
30 quid.
You reckon 30 quid for this? That does feel reasonable, but I'm not thinking of them being reasonable. I think
I'm hoping it gets released straight to Game Pass.
that won't happen.
No,
I
it won't.
don't, how often do games that immediately get released go straight to Games Pass?
If the Xbox onlys,
They're not.
no, it's not. But also you get like Forza, that's gone straight to Games Pass.
Yeah.
But then they get all their money from people buying money, like virtual currency in the game. So
Oh, please don't tell me that there's going to be virtual currency for Doctor Who games.
do you imagine that? What would it be like? What would the virtual currency be?
Probably Artron Energy.
Artron Energy, yeah.
Artron books.
It costs you 50 Artron Energy to unlock the 10th Doctor in blue suit, 10th Doctor in brown suit, Jodie Whittaker with scarf, Jodie Whittaker with bum bag, Jodie Whittaker with...
All those variations of Jodie Whittaker's costume we have.
Yeah.
Because over two series.
Or Chris Chibnall in the game that you can beat to death. I would pay loads for that.
The Chris Chibnall level. So when he tells you the
Chris Chibnall level.
secrets between series 13, gives you an actual trailer of things
That
that
trailer
we
was so shit.
of things we knew. Or
It's
give
like,
us
wow, John Bishop's in it. Do you reckon that guy's actually a new companion though?
yeah, there's a synopsis that's been around recently that of how not that they joined forces with them. So, but I, like many people, have got the impression that he'll be bad and then go good. Based on no evidence, but that's just how I feel. I did see, I got a comment a couple of days ago about how they thought that he was the Doctor's father.
Oh my god, it wouldn't fucking... No, it would surprise me, but it's Chibnall, so you never fucking know. Do you reckon they retcon Timeless Children?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's going to be something like that. I think they'll ignore it, you know.
You think they're going to ignore Timeless Children?
I think that they won't pay as much
attention. Do you think he's going to make the next head writer retcon it?
Yeah. I think
the thing is, though, they might do the shittest story, but as long as they retcon the Timeless Children, it would be the best story.
I don't think they'll pay too much attention to it.
I don't think Chib as well. But then I think it might have more to play with in his 3 specials next
That's
year.
what I mean. I think that he'll put it into the specials a lot more, because I think that this was Plan B, and because it was Plan B, he went into this. Yeah. I got a comment about.
I hope he retcons it so bad. I hope he retcons it so bad.
I don't think you can go back that far. You know, it's like the
Just say it was the
paradigm
master's
Daleks.
trick. Literally, just say it's the master's trick. It was the like if it was the master that's the timeless children, that's probably better.
Actually, I think one of my favourite lines in The Timeless Children is when the master realizes that how much it hurts him that part of him came from her, from the Doctor.
Doctor isn't anyone special though, and that's what ruins it so much.
Well, I'm putting a ban on The Timeless Children again. So,
Sorry.
so I think that we've covered all of the games, basically. Well, all of the important games where things have actually changed.
Yeah.
In
In summary, tell us where we can play the adventure games.
That's the issue with these things, though. A lot of them is that we can't play them because they don't exist. Like that, those adventure games don't seem to be on any services anymore. And apparently, you can get that Edge, the Eternity thing, on Steam or something. Apparently, that is available. But I don't know.
My crappy laptop will be able to run it. Probably not.
Well, maybe. I mean, the graphics.
I'm gonna save up and buy a MacBook Pro. So
crazy. Then you can finally start editing our audio series. Am I right?
Yeah, that's why I'm doing it. So I can finally start editing shit.
Good. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you go like. I think it's all about accessibility with video games and
yep. Tell us where to play the adventure games,
lacking.
and let's hope Edge of Reality isn't shit.
Yes, when it comes out at the end.
And give us some pre-order bonuses for God's sake.
Do you think there will be? I mean, they would have announced it by now. Surely if there was something.
Gosh, yeah, but you never. Well, we've still got a month to go, and we've got 40 days. 30 days till September, April, June, and November. We've got
40 days from recording.
41 days until it's a supposed release.
Yes, unless it's get pushed back again, which would be very embarrassing.
I think it might get pushed. What I don't get right, push it back to the 23rd of November, surely.
Unless they've got plans the 23rd of November. And also, would they really want to put it out in the middle of a series?
You could do a DLC.
Maybe they'll put a DLC out another day. It just seems silly that we're going to get a series. My dog's barking again. We're going to get a series. Literally, oh my God, someone's having a bloody beach delivered.
Someone's having a beach delivered?
Yeah.
Oh, you send a picture?
Like 6 tons of sand.
Where the fuck are they getting sand?
So the house at the end is having an entire restructuring to their building. And it's been going on for months and months and months. So much so that they don't live there anymore. Because you can't live in a house that is just in pieces. But I think it's ironic that they are leaving the house, but then all the neighbours still have to put up with every day workmen coming into our little, very small, tight corner.
It is a very small, tight corner.
And let me tell you, the other day when I was driving down there, I came down and then the van just came right across my car.
Oh my God. It came across your car?
Yeah. And actually, last time I drove, there were 2 vans taking up the edge of the road, that far apart. And I had to go between them.
Bloody hell, Dan Jobson. Your little car.
My little car went through that. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you did enjoy this video, and I suppose you won't be, because obviously this is your last one for a while.
What about a month, 2 months at that? Please don't make me go forever.
No, well, well, I was just gonna push. Well, this is gonna be your last one of the year, if not some point New Year, because of.
Be back for the Christmas one.
I thought I was being nice, giving you the time.
I like doing this. If I should replace me with people I don't know.
You're gonna get replaced, but yeah, I don't know about the Christmas one. I might do 2 Christmas ones this year.
Roses are red, brights blue. Don't be friends with Danny. I'll just replace you.
Yes, that was a good text that I got one afternoon.
There's a comment,
Actually,
actually.
drawing a recording of a podcast. You sent me that.
I thought it was a comment.
Yes, it was a comment. Yes, it was actually. It's when I had Alex on a while ago. But yeah,
Was it Alex? I thought it was Yasmin.
can't remember. It might have been Yasmin actually. But yes. Next time you appear, there might be some kind of quiz. If we can get someone to do the quizzing.
Okay. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one. I won't be there as Dan's replacing me. You know, anywhere to play the adventure games, let us know. Please, dear God, let us know, and Dan will stream it.
Nice one.
Cool.
We've got the tradition.
Bye.
So you can find us on multiple
Oh,
platforms.
here we go.
Including
You can find us on Spotify, Deezer, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, YouTube, of course. Oh fuck. Have I said Deezer?
Yeah,
Apple Podcasts.
that's iTunes.
I said iTunes.
Oh, well, yeah, you got that.
Come on, Dan.
Google Podcasts.
Google Podcasts.
Castbox.
That's a new one.
No, I think that's always been one. I think that's all of them. iHeartRadio. Always forget that one.
We already got that.
But there's no need to worry because we've got all of them on a Linktree link below.
And Linktree, wow!
It's all linked in the Linktree where
It's all
you
linked in the Linktree to
can
Dan Johnson's Instagram as well. His personal Instagram.
a personal Instagram. It's not.
No, it's not.
Like hell it is. My TikTok is though, so that's a concern.
It's fair, your TikToks are banging at the moment.
Yeah, so thank you very much for watching, and this has been a very long outro, bloody hell.
Have you got more than me? Oh, you have. You got more than me now.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Like a child.
What?
You're like a child. You've got an attention span of a child.
Thank you.